Good morning. We're going to do a video no one's going to watch because it's about Xinyan. Obviously, no one's going to watch it because not a lot of people like this character. So I decided to take her into multiplayer just to see what would happen. I do multiplayer all the time if I have zero resin, just to help people do stuff. So the build we were using here is going to be exactly this one. We used 2-piece Bloodstain, 2-piece Pale Flame. Our stats are as follows. Total stats, 55 crit rate, 128 crit damage, 152% energy recharge. And that's because we're using some decently well-rolled substats, nothing super insane. ER, crit damage, attack percent, a little bit of defense percent there. Crit damage 39, probably the best one that she has with a little bit of attack there. And then a little bit of crit rate on this guy, a little bit of physical damage on the goblet with an attack percent sands, and then obviously a crit rate circlet there with a decent substat roll, attack flat, attack percent, and then crit damage as well. So is she in the most insane gear of all time? Definitely not. And she is also using this Skyward Pride. It's my multiplayer weapon of choice for a lot of characters like Xinyan, someone who really wants their elemental burst all the time as a claymore character. I like it. Lets me go in and out and just get as many people in there as fast as possible. But this isn't the only good weapon for her. The Serpent Spine is actually insane for her, makes her super easy to build, makes her do more damage with physical as well. And on top of that, if you have high constellation Xinyan, the white blind is actually pretty insane because you get a little bit of defense while you're charge attacking. So if I'm charge attacking, I have 2,721 attack there. And I have to get out of combat to show you the white blind. Got the white blind on out, so we have 1, 2, 3 max stacks, 4 max stacks on the white blind. Let's spin, and we're at 3,093 attacks. So you actually have more attack with a high refinement rank white blind. So Noelle mains out there who want to maybe mess around on multiplayer or mess around with a different team, maybe you want to not play with Noelle for a hot minute there, or they'll, how dare you. I know I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes just for that variety. Very strong weapon if you have that good constellation, because she turns all that defense into attack during her charge attack. So that's going to be amazing there, obviously. So with max stacks of the white blind, she actually does quite a bit of damage. 3,141 attack with 4 stacks of white blind. This is because of her constellation 6. It's a fine weapon for her as well beforehand, because it's going to boost up your shields as well with sweeping out fervor, because it's based on your defense. You have higher shields and you're going to have really high attack. But Serpent Spine, white blind, both fantastic weapons. But hey man, can you doubt me using the Skyward Pride on somebody? RNG has rained this down on me from normal summons for forever, so gave it a go. Our first team that we were running around with, we had a Venti as well as Squid on the Changyu main. I'm trying to do physical damage, and this boy's gonna imbue me with cryo like that, and I'm like, no, you don't do anything for me. And I do use food only in one circumstance, when I'm trying to carry people or do multiplayer, give people the fastest experience for the resin. People have time to spend in game and time that they want to do other stuff with. So you know what? I'm gonna use food here. This is the only place I use food. I don't use food on build guides. I don't use food in the abyss because I can't. I don't use food in events. So yeah, we're rocking a little bit of food, and one of my foods wore off. So whatever. Yeah, you can see as soon as I get imbued, I'm like, okay, I'm going down to 3. I'm doing 3,000 damage now. Thanks, Changyun. But did you catch that 88k from Venti? The 88k from Venti that dropped? Look at that stupidity. 88k because Klee popped him up in the air. Venti's like, I'm gonna pop him up in the air even more. 88k from a Venti. World first, I would think. But hey man, who am I to keep Changyu living his best life? Changyu mains out there, you do you, boo. Unless you're taking away all my physical damage from my physical damage carry. I'm sorry. But that, whatever, it's fine. He was living his best life. That's totally fine. So now we're hitting this guy for like 8k. I swept the Wolf's Gravestone here. I was using Skyward Pride, and you can see that I hit a little bit harder. But the Skyward Pride, I like the elemental burst uptime. I would already be able to do my elemental burst from the extra 30% energy recharge. We clapped that dude for like 60k, and then Mona comes in like a god in this gene as well. She pops Skype, I think, a couple of times. Also, if you or a loved one have been ruined by the Electro Abyss mages, like a little lightning circle, because you're not paying attention to anything, there's a hotline for that. It's 1-800. This guy literally ruined me. Please help me, oh Lord, .com. That's the phone number. That's the phone number. And then we ruin him right back. He takes so much physical damage. The multipliers on her elemental burst, 12k is not a whole ton, but 12k like every half a second because you're charge attacking is actually quite good, and I do love that. But I love the Skyward Pride so much, I'm going to swap back to it now, and this is when we get the good old Xinyan. But are certain characters better than other characters? For sure, but we dominated a lot of multiplayer stuff. This is why I want more multiplayer content, because I do this in my own time, and I really don't make a lot of content about this stuff. So you guys want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button, come back for more. Let me know that you want more multiplayer content where we talk about it a little bit and zigzagging around and have a little bit of fun on the channel. If you want to see that stuff, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you comment down below. So like mono support plus Yoimiya here, and just like the damage that this character can put out and the sort of little bit of survivability that she has is actually pretty phenomenal. I'm spinning to win like I do, like you do when you spin to win. And the Skyward Pride is so fun to look at when you pop that burst. You pop the burst here, it's coming up. Hopefully I E like a smart person. I E first, then I pop the burst, 52k, whatever, and we spin. Look at the numbers. It's so fun to look at. All the just the white numbers everywhere. 12k, 6k, 12k, like 20k per tick on a spin, and we're back into it, coming in. Bop, bop. Ooh, we got electro everywhere. Oh, don't, Iona died. Oh no. Did she die? No, she's at full life. What happened? She's at go full, 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 still full. Oh. And if this isn't some of the greatness you can find in multiplayer, we have an Amber main in clan and chat. Look at him standing on the cryo buff, even though the pyro buff's right there. You're a pyro character. I didn't even realize this till now. I recorded this as B-roll. Oh my goodness, you're standing. Go over here, right here. This is where you belong. Amber, you gotta use the benefits to you. You gotta use those benefits, brother. Hey man, hey, whatever, dude. How's in here? Oh no, we both get tagged. All right, never mind. Oh, look at the numbers now. Ooh, okay. These guys are tanky boys too. These guys are really tanky boys. Usually in multiplayer, it takes me like I think it's like a minute and a half on average. A lot of these clears were a little bit under that, like a minute 20, minute 18, minute 10, and we're kind of popping off together as a squad. And I really like doing multiple. A minute 22. What'd I say right in there? A minute 10, minute 30. Oh my god. Hey, if you like this, come back for more. I'll see you with the subscribe button. Catch you later.